You see over there? That's where some people go on holiday. Here in France, there's yurts and there's camping spots, you know, to put your tent or your camping car, or maybe a caravan. Yeah, and there's a bar and other stuff. They've got, well, there's a little pontoon thing so you can jump in the water. Yeah, they quite often have paddle boats. In fact, they're over there. So it's quite a nice place to come and visit. But what if you want to do a staycation? You know, in the UK, post-Brexit. Because that's what the Brexiters told us. They said, they did, darling, they said that, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holiday in the UK instead. I'm going to have a staycation. Yeah, but there's a flaw in that plan, isn't there, my darling?
There definitely is.
Oh, crikey, we'll get into that in a moment. So, yeah, some people in the United Kingdom have decided that the holidaying abroad is not for them. They told us that they're going to have a staycation. Now, what if you are a family? Well, with everything that's going on at the moment, the cost of living crisis, everything is just too god-darn expensive. Ain't it, my darling?
Yes.
Yes. And as a result, there's a divide. Like a separation. You know, for instance, levelling up from north to south and what have you. Well, that's becoming even more evident with people who want to go on holiday. It's getting harder and more expensive. Now, you might know this already. Our daughter is visiting us in France, and it's bliss it is. It's so quiet and blissful, ain't it, my darling?
Oh, they're lovely.
Oh, I give you out. 4 little girls. Oh, no, actually, 3 little girls and 1 little boy. Yeah, that was Rob Harris, wasn't it? I don't know if she did that, should I? Anyway, they're visiting. Now, with the rules as they are, for parents who have kids in school, they get penalised in more than one way. If they take a holiday out of term, in term time, so while the kids generally would be at school, well, when they get fined.
Yes.
How much is it done?
I'm not 100% sure. It's £60, but I don't know if it's per day or whether it's per week.
No, it's per day, isn't it?
I think it might be per day.
Oh, blimey. So they get, that was per day, because Karina got caught out on it.
Yeah, she did, yeah. I think it's per day.
And per pupil, per child. So that forces many young families to think, well, we can't do it in term time because we'll get fined. So what we're going to do is we'll have a holiday during the summer holidays. Yeah, why not? Yeah, okay, so, there's a flaw in that plan. Do you know what that flaw in the plan is, darling?
Yeah, I've got 2 examples I can give you.
Oh, she's got 2 examples?
Right.
Oh, come on then.
One is my older daughter, her 2 children, one's left school actually, she's waiting to go to 6th form, she's 16 and her son is 11. But that school's very kind and let them have a week off without being charged. And they went away the week before, a couple of weeks before they broke up from school, and the Monday to Friday cost £250.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad, is it? That's all right.
No, in a caravan, that's quite
that's
good.
A Haven caravan type thing?
Caravan,
yeah. Haven holidays.
My daughter says if she'd have changed it and done the same holiday the week they broke up from school, it would have been £750.
For the same holiday?
For the same holiday, £500 more.
Isn't that what you call profiteering?
That is. And the same with flights. My daughter's just bought a baby and 3 little
She bought a baby?
She brought her baby.
Crikey. So it's hers then? And
3 little girls over to France to see us. It's only an hour and a 20-minute flight from Stansted to Limoges. And because she asked to school and they were okay about it, because that's only her eldest daughter who's at school, she saved £400 by coming 3 days earlier.
3 days earlier?
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is if you abide by the rules set by the government, you get penalised?
Yeah, that's like holidays in Haven at the moment. If you want a week in August, is this 1,600 and something.
So if you're on holiday
it's just
in a Haven caravan, what is it? Is it what?
2
2
adults,
bedrooms?
2 children.
2 bedrooms or?
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, 2 adults, 2 children. 2 adults, 2 children, 1,600 and something. If you want to go in September, what was it, 389?
Yeah.
Yes.
389 out of season.
Which is
But in the holiday season, 1,600 odd.
it's at 4 times more.
So
it's a quarter of the price if you go the month in September.
So that just, don't funny then, all that does is just increases the divide between the rich and the poor, because somebody who's got money, you know, Wonga, somebody who's got the Wonga,
That probably doesn't matter.
they don't care, because either they'll say, okay then, we'll go in the holiday time and just pay whatever it costs for the holiday,
Or we'll pay the fine.
or we'll just pay the fine. Either way, they don't care, because they can. But if you're, like for instance, our daughter, okay then, she's not too bad off, is she?
No, no,
he earns good money.
No, well, I mean,
But still, it's not easy. It's still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
But many families don't have any dough spare, do they? Everything's becoming more expensive, and as a result, it's creating more of a divide between the rich and the poor. It's always the poor, isn't it? It's always those the have-nots are always the ones that get penalised.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Well, it's not fair, and this is through legislation, through rules that have been placed by the UK government in many cases.
I mean, the hard-working families.
And let's be honest, Dan, if, for instance, there wasn't that fine in place,
Yeah.
potentially you could argue that the summertime would actually come down in price,
Yeah.
because the demand would be less.
When I worked at Salhouse, I had a really lovely head teacher there, and she didn't mind 2 weeks of a year the children taking it off, and she said it's actually education, them going to a different country, and all she asked for
Yeah, but that's different, isn't it? It's not like Haven, is it?
All she asked for them to do is like a little diary and like postcards and things, and what they where they
it's about
came.
experiences, and
Yeah.
experiences, and
Yeah.
also languages and stuff like that.
So abroad, she thought that was a really good idea.
Well, abroad, yeah, exactly. You know, don't be funny, but our grandchildren are going to learn more here than they probably would at school, to be fair.
Well, yeah, they've been
For that period of
practicing French, haven't
Yeah.
they? And
So they do different things. So it just saddens me that it's always those who quite frankly cannot, or do not have the means to do so for whatever reason, whatever card they've been
that's not
dealt.
just because they're not working. Some of these people are working really hard, but they're just not on very high-paid jobs. So they're trying their best, and they still can't manage it.
Does this affect people who are disabled as well?
Well, of course it is.
Because this is an issue. Because, like, as you can see here, what made me think of this is this little sign here. Observe all persons handicapped. So fishing for people handicapped. Here's a little platform here so they can fish on the lake and what have you. Which is just a lovely idea. There's a tree here done and it's raining, so she's under the tree for a second. My point being is that people who are disabled, they don't necessarily want to go when it's peak season.
No.
There's too many people in a wheelchair and you just bump into everybody.
Or even if you've got disabled children.
No. What are you? Stop doing that. You're kicking mud on me. That little devil down there, him. Well, yeah, disabled children, people in wheelchairs or disabled children, what have you, it's hard when you're in busy places. Now, we know that because Matthew,
Yeah, of course
our
it
son's
is.
disabled, so...
You know, if you're trying to push a child about in a wheelchair, it's really difficult when there's lots of people.
That's also...
And they can't see anything because people are around them, and they can't actually...
What about the idiots who park in handicap spaces?
There's lots of them.
You know, or park over in you're halfway into the handicap space.
Yeah.
So you can't get in, so you can't open the doors, whatever, to get the wheelchair out, or get your kid out. People just say, people are awful. Not everybody, but there's awful people out there. But yeah, it's harder, isn't it? So they're going to be penalised as well. So the handicapped people in wheelchairs will be penalised. And that's not just children in this case, is it? Really, it's everybody.
It's not just wheelchairs, Mark, because a lot of these children who've got autism and things like that don't like crowded places. They actually
That's a good point.
would like to come when it's a more peaceful time.
Yeah,
which
so
would be
calmer.
easier for them. Yeah.
That's a real valid point, actually. Because people with ADHD and autism and all
or
that.
Asperger's syndrome, whatever.
Asperger's. And also people who are epileptic as well.
Yeah.
Anyone where these sort of kind of busy spaces and what have you, it causes stress and what have you, and just trigger a reaction. You know.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me because, you know, having all the children come at the same time, it's really difficult for parents with children to keep an eye on all their children because there's so many people about. You've got 2 or 3 children and you've got to keep hold of them.
And also, if you go to places like Disneyland Paris or maybe not Paris because it's a bit harder now because of the Eurostar. But but if you got you visit these like like parks, adventure park type places, and there's so many people, they're going to be waiting in queues for God knows how long. Queues are long enough as it is. You don't want to be any longer.
No.
So, I think it's very ill thought out, this rule, to penalise parents, who have kids at school, if they take just a couple of weeks. I think, don't be wrong, I think maybe it should be capped.
Oh, when I was at Salhouse, that was 2 weeks maximum, so you could do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but most schools don't do that.
No.
That's just Salhouse. But that's
yeah,
voluntary
but
control
Yasmin School has been quite kind. They've said 3 days was fine. They said it's the end of term and they don't do
She
any
got a
work.
lecture.
She did get a lecture.
She got a flipping lecture by the people she phoned up. Said, "Oh, you know how important school is. This is the last 3 days of school.
Well,
They play."
The teacher said they're cleaning the classroom and getting ready to move to a different classroom.
Yeah,
and not actually
got
doing
clean
anything.
the classroom. Yeah, the little slaves.
They were washing their desks and
Bon esclave,
they were washing their desks.
I think I remember I did that one year as well.
Yeah, no, that's what Grace did. The day before she left, the morning before she come here, she was washing her desk.
So that doesn't sound like education, unless it's the kind of education that Jacob Rees-Mogg wants you to undertake.
I think she had more education
and stuff like
she had more education going on the plane.
Oh yeah. You could teach them about the four forces of flight and stuff like that, can't you?
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It can be very, very interesting for the kids, and experience.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but bringing in France, where they get paid. They get
allowed.
Well,
what does that mean?
No, I meant they get a discount. They get from CAF.
Oh,
give them a
yes, the
voucher.
CAF. Oh, I forgot about that.
They give them a voucher.
So let's get this right. Okay, so in the UK, my darling, you're getting pulled by Wally.
Yeah.
In the UK, my darling, you get penalised.
Yeah.
Because of high prices and fees and stuff like that, going in out of term time.
Yeah.
Because everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
But in France, if you have kids
under 18, from 3 to 18,
there's a thing called CAF in France, and it's like the benefit system here in France for families and what have you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they get vouchers.
Yeah.
And they can have €750 of vouchers.
Yeah, up to. Yeah.
And nearly all the families utilise them, including our son has utilised them every single year.
I think he's got about 500 off this year.
500 off on a holiday they had this year. Went to Marseille they did. And it's so they get in France. That's socialism for you, isn't it? Eh? In France, that's so bad. Ain't socialism terrible? Oh my goodness! It's so Marxist it is. Oh, isn't that terrible, madame?
I should imagine. I don't know, but there's probably other countries in Europe that do the same thing. I mean, some of your viewers might know.
Yeah, but it's not just that, is it? It's not just about holidays and that. It's countries in Europe that get free train fares.
Well, yeah. Also,
or those reduced tickets. You know, like the Germany one. Germany they did one. In Spain they did one. Italy they did one. And some countries are free altogether.
Also,
in the EU.
Jess now sent me something. So my daughter-in-law now sent me something, and she's now got a cheque for nearly €400 to help pay for anything her daughter needs for the start of school, like clothing, equipment.
Just repeat that.
She's just received a cheque.
A cheque
from CAF again, I think.
Of €400.
Nearly €400.
Okay.
That goes up different prices for different age children. That go to about 500.
What if they're bigger or smaller?
Well, that start from age 6.
Size.
That start from age 6. When they start proper school at age 6,
Okay.
that go to 18. When they're 18, there's about 500 and something. But they don't wear uniform here, so it pays for any clothes they need, shoes, that pay for
So they get some gear.
any books they need or equipment, and it can also be used for clubs and things as well in the holidays.
They don't do anything like that in the UK.
No, and that helps them towards buying things for school.
Nothing like nurturing
bags,
the future
whatever.
children, is it? You know, the future brain boxes. Is it me, or does it feel... I've said this to you before, actually. I think we're too quick to punish and too slow to reward in the UK. And let's argument's sake, you drive sensibly, and you've got a reputation for driving sensibly. You should be rewarded for that. Maybe you haven't had an accident in so many years.
So don't you get no claims bonus?
Well, that's for the insurance company. I'm talking about safety on the roads.
Oh, okay.
From the government. And those who aren't, well, then they get penalised.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, I don't know, GPS tracked or something like that. Yeah, Big Brother watching. They do love that anyway. I'm sure they go for the Tories. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. They'll be like, Big Brother watching us. Everything we do. Are we approaching the junctions too quick?
Put a tracker in the car if they...
Yep. Are we up there, a car in front, up the butt? Like, yeah, they like that. I hate it.
Isn't there some kind of scheme where when you in England, when you nearly passed your test and you had like P plates or something on, and you get
Oh, that's here, isn't it?
What is that? And you can they put a tracker in for the first year.
I don't know. Is that a new thing? Is it?
No, I think they were doing it in England because I think my friend.
That's what I mean. Is it a new thing in England?
I think
It
so.
didn't used
Yeah,
to be the case.
I think so. Yeah.
Here in France, they have to
optional.
have like a green sticker on the car for a year, don't they?
Yeah, this
when
was
you first pass.
This was optional, but that brought your insurance down.
Oh, I see. Well, some insurance companies will let you put a tracker in the car, like a GPS tracker as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually if they're still doing that. But
Come on, I don't know what you're
it does feel a
eating,
bit like a Big Brother watching. It really does, though. So I wouldn't necessarily be keen on that. I like my privacy.
No, but I can see that works because that you could.
I like my privacy on the YouTube channel.
Work, but I mean,
that's an oxymoron.
you would know whether the young person is speeding and all that sort of thing, wouldn't you? And then you know if they were well behaved, then they get.
You got a job. You got a job to do.
What?
You're just over here. You got a job.
I'm not hanging off them, am I?
Yeah, by the neck. No, not by the neck. No.
What have I got to do?
I can't do it because my arms are broken.
What do you want me to do?
Not literally broken, but they feel like it. I just need to get Wally to come along first. Come on,
What do you
Wally,
want?
this way. I want you to do a bit of exercise.
I can't
So
reach.
everyone can see your muscles.
I can't reach.
Yeah, your muscles, not your mules, your muscles.
I can't reach. Look.
You can do it, darling. You can do it. I'll help.
I can't get that one.
Oh, you on?
Yeah.
Oh, she's on. She's on. Okay. See you later. Oh look. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Oh, is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna do a lot, is it?
No. Better than you.
Oh, God, if I did it at the moment, I'd be all buggered.
You can't.
I can't even lift a cup of coffee at the moment. I buggered all my ligaments up in my elbows. I've got my left one's done from weightlifting about 2 years ago, and I still haven't got over it. Having a scanning.
My tummy's a bit funny today.
Is it?
Because I ate that pastry yesterday.
Is it just an excuse?
I ate that pastry yesterday, so it's sore.
Was that an excuse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We've got good excuses, isn't it? It's make of torn ligaments, or tendons, where the muscles join or tendons join onto the arm, or whatever it is. And for some reason, I've done the right one as well.
He seemed to have problems with his elbows, his wrists, and
well, I had carpal tunnel surgery.
One shoulder.
Well, that's through. Yeah, I tell you what, I don't advise dislocating your shoulder. Really bad idea, because once you do that, it's a little tiny bit of bone and it breaks away.
Yeah, they can.
And once that, they can
do
fix it. Yeah, she did say that.
Why don't you have it done?
I could do. I just feel like I'm pestering all the while at the moment. It will be a nuisance.
Oh God, if you're ill, you're ill.
I'm broken at the moment. I can't do anything.
You will ask her.
Anyway, darling.
Yes.
Oh, there's bees. There's beehives. Oh, look at that! And exciting. Oh, are you excited? Yeah. No. Okay. And over there, we've got an insect house over there.
Insect house and the beehive.
Huh?
Insect house and the beehive. Where are we going?
Wally's been had a bit sniffy today, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's very sniffy.
Peeing
today.
up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Sebastian? We've lost Sebastian.
Yeah, we have.
We never lose Sebastian. Has he gone up ahead, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's over there near the bridge. Is he going to go over the bridge?
No, he's coming back.
You don't normally go over the bridge, just do because he doesn't like the gaps between the boards. No, he's over there, Sebastian, the white one. Yeah. Oh, he's heard us. Oh no, he's coming.
He's coming.
Oh no, he got a whiff of something. He thought, what's that? Oh, anyway, it's all of us to go.
Yeah.
A bit like a holiday here, isn't it, darling?
Yeah.
You know, it's nice here in France. You know, I highly recommend moving to France. Then you don't need to go on holiday.
Oh, you did?
Because you are surrounded by lovely stuff.
You did say that we were going to organise a draw for our members.
Oh, that was an idea,
wasn't it?
wasn't it?
A free weekend or a free holiday here.
If they want to, yeah, I could do that.
Well, I think we need to sort that
Yeah.
for our membership.
So we could offer. It could also be.
If you're a member, you will put your name in the hat. And
yeah, but also we could make it transferable.
Yeah.
If somebody didn't want to make use of it, they could.
Then we can put it back in the hat again.
Yeah, they could transfer it. But no kids.
Oh, they can't say that. Well-behaved ones are okay.
Are they okay?
But not 4.
Oh, no, definitely not. Anyway, it's time for us to go. I'll say ta-ta, you know.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye, she says. Well, if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the links are down below. There's also memberships, and then you might get added to a draw. I haven't even thought about that. Well, anyway, apparently we're having a draw. But there you go. So, but also we're planting trees here in France, just to make up for all the ones that keep getting burnt down. Yeah, lovely. Not. And if you'll be a part of that, there's a GoFundMe link down below where you can basically buy a tree. We'll put a tree in the ground. I'll send her out to dig a hole and put a tree in the ground, and I'll make a sign to go with the tree with name on or in memory of a loved one. Well, it's time for us to go, so I'm going to say ta-ta, you know. So, ta-ta. Oi, you. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Oi.
I've already said ta-ta. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Ta-ta.